Divorce can be taxing on people in a lot of different ways. One of these ways is just the emotional cost associated with going through something like that. What's likely the biggest issue you've ever faced before in your life that's going to have major impact on your financial decisions, impact on you and your children, impact on extended family, your work. It just has major impacts on you that lead to heavy emotional tolls. For that reason alone, it's really important for you to hire somebody that has a clear and experienced understanding of family law matters and has been through it many times before. Having an experienced attorney by your side is really going to help you when it comes to the emotional toll that a divorce could take. Part of doing that is just having somebody that knows what they're doing and somebody that'll keep you focused on the prize and not really let you get stuck in the weeds where the emotional toll can be exceptionally taxing. I think it's really important to have an attorney by your side that knows what they're doing to help you through that process, because there's other people that will lead you astray, not for your benefit, but for theirs. At Husker Law, we don't believe in that. We believe in trying to get each party to the other side of this action as quickly and with the least emotional taxation on them as possible. If you're contemplating divorce, you've probably realized that it's got a lot of impact on just your daily life. Anything from not being able to have who may have been your best friend is now your ex-spouse with you each day, potentially living alone. And a really big impact is whether or not you have children. If you get to see your children every day, whether or not you have to pay child support or pay alimony. So there's a big financial change that happens. So your daily life is really impacted. Life is going to be impacted one way or another when you go through divorce. The reality is that it's just impossible to avoid that. But what isn't impossible is finding a good attorney that's going to help you through that process and try to make your daily life as stress-free as possible once you go from being a married unit to solo individuals. Divorce can really have some long-term financial impacts on parties. In marriages, it's common for you to have some sort of division of labor where one party does this and the other party does that. Post-marriage, you find yourself being responsible for all of it, whether it comes to work, it comes to chores, it comes to paying the bills. Financially, where you may have had two incomes and one list of expenses, now you just have one income. And so that can really be hard for people to adjust to, especially right after the divorce or during the actual divorce proceedings when you're still paying for litigation. If I had one lesson to share with anybody that's going through divorce or contemplating divorce right now, it's don't get lost in the weeds and don't litigate to prove a point and don't litigate for the principle of some issue that you hold in high regard. Focus on what's really important, because litigating for just a principle or litigating just because you think you are right on a matter that's somewhat inconsequential is really going to be the most expensive thing that you do and probably the least gratifying thing you'll ever receive if you actually win. You're never going to have that moment that you see on TV where the aha or I got you moment that has become well known with courtroom legal shows. Real life doesn't play out like that. If you're looking just for some bare bones guidance on what people don't tell you about divorce, come visit and talk to one of the attorneys at Husker Law. We'd be happy to walk you through this process and explain everything that goes into it, some of the hidden costs associated with it, and how we can get you to the potential outcome that you're looking for.